Hey guys, it's Bridget from Oh My Dog, and I have been asked to do a video on some equipment that you might use with your dog. Okay, we have Pony here to help us model because she's gorgeous. We also have the cat who's probably going to join us because it's just what he does. Okay, so we have a flat buckle collar. It's great to put the tags on, so if your dog gets lost, your city license, your rabies tag, all that good stuff, right? This one actually has something, you know, like a little more complicated than just the snap and buckle. It doesn't matter. This is just a fine collar, plain collar. As far as walking your dog on this collar, if you have a very happy-go-lucky dog, congratulations. Not many people do. You're going to see the dogs pulling themselves along and choking and gagging and had to make the noise, I just had to. So you'll find that this is a difficult collar to teach your dog to heel on. So then we move on to prong collars, okay? I like prong collars. Some people don't, it's just scary. Look, she's terrified, just absolutely terrified. Beyond a prong collar, we have a good old-fashioned chain collar. Can be called a choke collar. You can see she's just terrified of that too. The little banging noise you're hearing in the background is her tail, which is now hitting me. Thank you, Pony, you're so helpful. We also have a good old-fashioned slip lead. Okay, this is what they look like. The one end has a loop. There's a piece of leather here that moves, if you've used it before. This is a new one. Pony, come. Okay. Slip lead's pretty easy. Put it on your dog's head. Tighten it up so you move that little leather piece so it will stay up there on your dog's melon. There you go. You have a slip lead. If they pull, the one convenient part about these is, unlike your buckle collar, this will tighten. So you can teach your dog a lot, especially puppies, with a slip lead. You know, the pressure, how to turn it off, all that good stuff. Slip lead, not a bad tool. You have leashes, okay? Find a leash that's convenient for you. Most people work with a 6 foot. I like a 4 foot because, well, my dog is never that far from me. So it's useless for me to get, you know, I don't know if they make an 8 foot leash, that would be ridiculous. But for me, a good old fashioned 4 foot leash that has, you know, a loop on the end for your hand, a buckle on the other end. Check your equipment often because it doesn't take much for this to bend out. And then the next time you're on a walk, boom, your dog's gone. And you're just standing there like this going, uh-oh. Not awesome. So, leash. Not hard to find. You can get them at Walmart. You can get them probably at Walgreens. You can get a dog leash just about anywhere. And it doesn't matter what they're made of. A flexi lead? No. Flexi leads are not a handy tool for your dog. You think you're giving your dog more freedom, but your dog should really be in a heel. Flexi lead has a tendency to get your dog into trouble. They're going to go running off and you're going to give them, and then all of a sudden they're going to come into another dog who is on a shorter leash and there may be a blowout. I do not like flexi leads, and that's that. So we have the slip lead, the normal leash, and this just goes to the plain old buckle collar. A leash like this, I have no idea what you would do with something like this. This is a joke. I get a lot of the stuff that comes from our local Humane Society that they can't use. This thing weighs like 5 pounds. I have no idea what you would do with this, unless it was a joke. Or you're trying to, I don't know, train a rhino. If you're going to train a rhino, here's the prong collar for it, okay? This is the big, huge, gigantic monster prong collar. This is a large. Okay, you don't need anything this big. You just saw Pony. She's a 120-pound Great Dane. She's the smallest of my Great Danes, and I don't use one of these. This thing is huge. Look at that thing. What? Look how big those prongs are. If you're training a rhino, however, you might want to use this along with this, and will have all the control you need to control your pet rhino. Okay, so enough of that. This is a prong collar, just a plain old-fashioned small, or well, this would be a medium-sized prong collar, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Nothing. This is the size that you will put on most dogs, from Labs to Great Danes to St. Bernards, whatever. You're not going to use that big one. I don't care what kind of dog you have. You don't need that. This is the one that you want. Unless you have a really little dog. Then you get one that's really little. And believe it or not, they make one that's even smaller than this. So this is a small. Okay. Of course it just says, oh yeah, there we go, small. So Herm Springer. I know that you cannot buy these anywhere in town in Sioux Falls. You have to order them online and get them on Amazon. They usually run about 30 bucks a piece. They are worth every penny. The ends of them, actually it's easier to show you on a bigger one. The ends are rounded. They're nice and rounded. They're not just metal cut off, okay? When you are at a pet store or Walmart or whatever and you're going to look into if you're looking to buy a prong collar, you want one with these rounded edges. I don't know if we can get close enough so you can actually see them, but they're not sharp. I mean, my skin doesn't catch on them, so it's going to be less irritation to your dog, especially if your dog has sensitive skin. You're not gonna poke holes in your dog with a prong collar. You can't. They're engineered. Okay, we're talking, these are from Germany. They're engineered to spread the pressure out. So I mean, you can't actually poke holes in your dog with a prong collar. And somebody, of course, is going to find the picture of the dog that has holes punched in its neck from a prong collar. And let me tell you that you can't do that. The way that was done is somebody put that prong collar on that puppy and then never took it off. So just like a tree will grow around a fence and eventually encompass it, the same thing will happen with this collar, flat buckle collar, slip lead, whatever. If you don't take the lead or the collar off your dog, you're gonna have a problem. It's gonna go right in. But this is a prong collar, okay? This is on me. Doesn't hurt. It does not hurt. Pony just came over. She's like, we're going somewhere, Mom? Let's go. My dogs, I take the prong collars out and I jingle them like this, and all my dogs, boom, right here. I have a deaf one. He even shows up. I think he just follows the others, but he knows. Pony thinks we're going somewhere, so now she's bothering the cameraman. I like the Herm Springer collars. They're from Germany. Like I said, you have to order them. Pamark.com also has them for a good price. This one is fine, but you will notice that all of the prongs face the same direction. Okay? When you have a Herm Springer, they don't. They go in two different directions. Okay, and in the center, they have this little plate, and it says Springer. Pretty clever, I know. But you'll notice that the prongs go opposite angles, different directions, okay? So this is gonna give you even more power with less of a pull, more bang for your buck, especially if you have a dog as big as Pony, who really likes to knock people down and then just drag them down the street. She thinks that's the funniest thing ever. It's not funny. It's kind of funny. Okay, you also have long line, long lead. This is for, you know, teaching recall. If you're teaching your dog to retrieve. Do you take your dog for a walk with this thing? No, that would be silly. You're both gonna end up tied to the back of a dump truck being dragged along down the street. But this is for in the backyard or out in the field or whatever, out on the trails. Be careful of the trails, it can't get caught on things. Long line, not exciting, but very, very useful. Okay. People question how to fit a prong, okay? Because they're going to come like this, and super. So you pull your tag off and you call your dog over. Pony, come. Sit. That's my girl. Okay, some people think that you turn the prong collar inside out and you slide it over the dog's head. No, you don't, okay? Now that we know that, that's out of the way. Some people think that you just have enough links in there that you slide it over your dog's head. No, you don't do that either. Your dog is not going to like the tool, and it's not going to like you because you can keep poking it in the eyeball. I wouldn't like you much either because I don't like being poked in the eyeball. There's a dog bed right behind the camera, so Pony keeps going back to lay on the dog bed. If I am able to slip this over her head the way I did, it is going to be too big. Let's demonstrate. Pony, come. Oh, the life of a model. It's so hard. Tiring. Sit. Thanks, girlie. Okay? A prong collar snaps, okay? You put one end in, squeeze with your thumb, push the other one in. Let it go, okay? Your prong collar's on. Okay, if this can slide up and down her neck, and I mean, like, I can put my whole hand in there. Okay, it's way too big, okay? This isn't what you want. So we're gonna take it off. You take it off the same way you put it on. I grab one with a finger, push down on this other little rounded piece with my thumb. Pop, snaps right off, okay? That's also how you take a link out, okay? So I'm gonna take at least one link out. So I'm gonna just push down, loose link. Keep them, because in case you have a puppy, eventually you'll need it, okay? Then if I put it back together, I think it will end up taking out two prongs, but we'll check. You'll notice that I'm no longer even. My prongs end, they're uneven. When you're taking prongs out, try and keep them as even as possible. Take one out from here, take one out from here, take one out from here, that kind of thing, okay? Pony, come. I can't put the prong collar on the cat. Maybe around his belly, he's a little chunky. I just said that on a video that I feel bad now a little bit, not really so much. Okay, pop on. Oh, I can still fit a whole lot of hand under there, so we're gonna take it off again. Obviously, Pony is not minding this, okay? Check out the tail. I mean, we've got a happily wagging tail. Yeah, she doesn't mind. She knows what a prong collar is. She's not afraid of them. It's a tool. Like anything, it can be abused. Like an e-collar, which I forgot to grab. I'll have to grab one of those. Pony, come. And here's the cat to help. Okay. Now we have a properly fitting prong collar. Okay, I'm gonna snap it in there. Okay, see how it's sitting right up here, right below her ears. This is where it should be. However, depending on your dog's neck, it will move a little bit. Okay, so you just keep pulling it up. If you need to move it, like say I have my rings down here that I would hook my leash to, get your fingers in it, all of your fingers into both sides and slowly turn. Okay? Did it seem like Pony seemed very upset? No, I'm upset because I got my pinky stuck in there. Okay? So we have two rings on a prong collar. We have this round one. That's a dead ring. It doesn't do anything. This one that swirls and does all sorts of fancy stuff, that's the one you hook your leash to, okay? And we have our leash right here, so we're gonna hook our leash to it. And there we have that, okay? Just a little precaution, if sometimes, like I said, these will bend. And when you have a big dog like this, it doesn't take much. All it takes is a squirrel, okay? And then all of a sudden, like I said, you're holding onto your leash just as hard as you can, and your dog is a quarter mile away. You can put a carabiner, just a plain old-fashioned carabiner, through, and then you just come down and you hook it to the same ring that your leash is hooked to, okay? So now, just in case something happens to your actual leash, you still have a dog, okay? So even without this, we're walking along, Pony sees a deer, and she thinks they're like amazing, but she's like so amazed by them that she has to just pause. It's kind of funny. She would not make a good hunting dog. We would all starve. There we go. So even without it, I still have my dog. Okay? So my dog is safe, she's good. All that good stuff. Okay, and the last one we have, or that I have anyway, would be the e-collar. The dreaded evil e-collar, okay? These are different than the e-collars of old, the ones that actually used electricity to shock your dog and you could, you know, burn your dog and all that kind of stuff. This is not that. This is a miniature TENS machine. You know, like you get at the chiropractor? It just flexes your muscles for you, all that good stuff. That's what this is, okay? This is an e-collar technologies mini educator. Pretty fancy. I can tell that it's on because it's blinking. Obviously it needs to be charged, okay? Pony. It's always nice to have the helpful cat to demonstrate how to use a water bowl. Thank you, Kitty. What would we do without him? Okay. They come with numbers, okay? And you slide your little slider. This goes up to 100. And then it tells you high. Like, high, knock it off. That's too high. I don't know. I don't tend to use it any higher than like a 12. This is Pony. Okay, she's a Great Dane. She's a big dog. She works on a 6. But if we were gonna go to PetSmart, that number is gonna change because there's way more distractions, there's way more fun stuff, and that's probably gonna go up to an 8. Okay? I can't feel anything below a 10, usually if I'm, you know, like doing really good. Okay, so I'm gonna put this on. It's blinking, it's on, and it will blink solidly, okay? The red one here is continuous. The top one is Nick. So you push that one and it's just a split-second shock. This one you can actually hold down. After 10 seconds, it will turn itself off, just in case you forgot what you're doing. Or I don't know why you would need to go for more than 10 seconds unless your dog was doing something really naughty. In which case, you know, that's your prerogative. Okay? So set on 9. I feel nothing, okay? Let's put up a little higher. Let's go for, I don't know, 25, okay? You're gonna see my hand move, okay? Number one, I'm like the world's jumpiest person. I can't be around balloons because they pop and they scare the ever-loving boogers out of me, okay? So my arm is gonna jump and you will see the involuntary muscle motion of my hand, okay? At a 25, this is a 25. I know it's always really weird to get it on there. Okay, it just changed to 26, so we're gonna go one higher, okay? Okay, all it's doing is moving my middle finger. The first two that it moved, that was me because I'm like, oh my God, okay? So that was a 26. I've only managed to use a 26 very few number of times, just because you don't, the idea is this is a training tool. Not, you don't just put it on your dog and the dog wanders over to the neighbor's house and you're like, dog, come back, and you pop it really hard. It takes training. It's not for, you know, just whatever you want. But let's put it up to 50 for fun. It's probably gonna change to 51 right at the end there. Okay, so we have 50. Okay, this is my arm. This is my forearm. This is me. Okay. And now watch. You're gonna watch my whole body jump probably because I'm such a wimp. But okay, yeah, that's uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie to you. That is uncomfortable, but it is instantaneous, and it's over. It's gone. There's no lasting pain. We didn't burn my arm. Okay, well we have the dents from the thing sitting on my arm, but it's fine. I'm fine. Obviously, I'm not having any problems thinking. The cat is taking over the thinking part. Thank you, Kitty. Good job. Good job. He's a valuable part of the dog training team here at Oh My Dog. And here are your tools. How to fit a prong properly. Pony, come. So let me show you what that looks like one more time, okay? And if you have a dog with more fur, It's going to be a little harder. Pony has no fur. I mean, she's practically a naked dog all the time. Okay, but you want it to have a little bit of give, okay? Because you want this to be able to have some give, okay? Not a lot, but a little. And if it's not having any give at all, check to make sure you haven't crossed your chains, because, well, I'm not gonna lie, it's happened to me. And that way it could happen to anybody. So, you know, just, you need to have a little pull on it, but it should be nice and snug. You know, I can lift it, all that good stuff, but I mean, like, I can't get my hand under it. I can just put my fingers through it, okay? And then, like I said before, take it off. She's gonna be so sad because she's totally under the impression we're going somewhere really exciting, and all I would have at this time of night is like Tractor Supply, which is, don't get me wrong, really exciting. We like to eat all the food off the floor. Okay, so you put your finger in there, and you push. Put your finger in there, push with your thumb, pop, and there we have. And look at Pony, tail wagging, very unhappy dog, obviously. Poor doggy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Pony loves her prong collar. She gives it a lick before we go. She just gave it a lick. She likes to give it a lick before we put it on because she knows we're going somewhere. Okay, so tools, all sorts, everything from electronics to Cecil rope. Any one of them will work as a tool. I use the prong collar and the e-collar. That's what I do. If you're looking for help with one of the other collars, the only one that I can't use is the chain collar, the choke collar. My timing is way off, but at least I know that. So I can't use that one because I suck at it. That was honesty. I don't know if I was supposed to say that out loud, but there it is. Anyway, that's the one that I can't use. But all the rest, all good stuff. So pick your tool, find the tool you like, make sure it is properly fitted, and be sure you check it often. If there's rust on it, get a new link. Any one of these prong collars, doesn't matter where it's from, you can get extra prongs, okay? Like I took one out and it's under the cat. He's keeping it warm. But you can always put more in. You can take them out, you can put them in, you can, you know, it doesn't matter how big your dog's neck is, you can always add enough on this medium-sized prong collar to get what you need. Don't go for this one. Okay, here's the size difference, all right? Check those puppies out. That is like crazy. But anyway, we have tools, we have puppies, and the super helpful Vanna White cat. And there we are. If you have any other questions, let me know. Thanks, guys.